portion of the news brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Acting Prime Minister Philip Davis has given an update on talks with Bahamas. The government was initially expected to pay Bahamas some $45 million to help cover the cost of the new West Bay Street.
But since reviewing the works, government is now claiming it should pay less. Davis says the government's technical team has completed its assessment and the ongoing discussions will soon come to an end.
It's being made to an end. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks we'll have a definitive position. They've done their assessment and they are now responding, asking Bahama to respond to some of their queries. And once those responses are analyzed, then we will see whether or not either side will be moving from where they think they should be.
Jurors in the Makiko Black murder trial heard evidence today from fireman expert Charles Bain. Bain testified that he conducted tests on the alleged murder weapon, a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun, including 17 12-gauge shotgun shells. He noted that one of the shotgun shells had been fired, and after conducting tests, he'd concluded that it had been fired from the same 12-gauge shotgun which was shown to jurors during the proceedings. Makiko Black is accused of killing her husband, Defense Force Officer 27-year-old Leonardo Black, back on April 19th of 2010. The victim's body was found inside an apartment on Adderley Terrace off Faith Avenue with a gunshot wound to the face. Justice Vera Watkins is presiding over the case.
The Public Hospitals Authority recognized 181 workers for their long years of service and invaluable contributions to the development of health care during a special ceremony at the Sheraton Resort.
Combined, the outstanding employees have dedicated a whopping 6,000 years to quality service to thousands of patients throughout the country. A few of them we spoke to talked about what the recognition means to them and reflected on their experiences in the healthcare sector.
About my employee of the year and employee of the even the manager of the quarter I got for the last 2 years, maybe because of the work service we are giving to our patients, especially. That is very rewarding for us. When we see the patients in a humanity way, definitely everything will come success.
I love working for the Princess Margaret Hospital because I see it as the people's hospital, and by extension the Public Hospitals Authority, because I see it as a very progressive organization. And I am celebrating also my 30th year of service for the people of the Bahamas.
To be considered for this award is something that's very outstanding. It speaks to the quality of care that all of the awardees have been demonstrating throughout the years. And care is something that is fundamental to us. It's something that's foundational. And so by recognizing all of the awardees, we recognize the hard-working people.
I feel very appreciated, very honored to have been nominated and to also win. It's a shock.
Forgive me, I don't know if it's just...
A few years ago, the PHA established the Clinical Excellence Awards program to recognize outstanding employees for their stellar performance. Taking home the nursing award was nurse Paulette Cash. Dr. Indira Grimes walked away with the Physician Award. Chairman's Institution Award went to Grand Bahama Land Memorial Hospital. Department of the Year went to Sandilands Rehabilitative Services, and Employee of the Year went to Occupational Therapist and Supervisor of Sandilands Rehabilitative Services, Sunita Bhatti. Managing Director of the Public Hospitals Authority, Herbert Brown, says a special project to highlight the role healthcare professionals play in the country's national development is in the pipeline.
To commemorate the 60th anniversary of the Princess Margaret Hospital, during this, our 40th year as an independent nation, are on the way. And you can expect to see a documentary shortly paying special tribute to our national health heroes. And so that is why I have no doubt that our honorees tonight subscribe to the philosophy that public service must be more than doing a job efficiently and honestly.
15 jobs are guaranteed once the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute establishes its elevator maintenance and certificate program in the fall. Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation BAIC is partnering with the Norm Bend Training Center and Bahamas Elevator Service or Systems. BAIC Executive Chairman Arnold Forbes said once launched, the program will prove beneficial for the training and retraining of students taking part in the course.
Program that the 15 top students will be guaranteed jobs in the elevator industry, which I applaud BES for making this available. And it also puts in place a cadre of trained technicians throughout the Bahamas. Presently, there is one internationally certified elevator technician, if I'm not mistaken, in the Bahamas, and he presently works with BES. We would like to double or quadruple this number.
There will be a pre-evaluation for persons with experiences in mechanical, electronic and electrical trades interested in pursuing certification, and those who have no prior experience should have a minimum 12th grade numeracy and literacy level, and in the event they don't, BTVI offers a tech prep program.
Members of the women's branch of the Free National Movement held a special ceremony to commemorate the country's 40th independence anniversary at the FNM headquarters last evening. Dozens of supporters were treated to independence reflections by several dynamic speakers like former Governor General Sir Orville Turnquest, the Honorable Godfrey Kelly, the Honorable John Henry Bostwick, and Mr. Arlington Miller. Leader of the opposition, Dr. Hubert Minnis, says this 40th year of independence is special to the women's branch of the FNM, as it's the same year that the women's suffrage movement was recognized in Parliament. The opposition leader also pointed out that he's pleased that Bahamians are now realizing the importance of culture.
They were recognized for what they did for the country in terms of women's movement, the votes, and I can say with certainty that we are here today. The success of us today is as a result of the women's movement. It's also significant at our 40th anniversary is Bahamians are finally understanding what our culture is all about and what is understanding to truly be Bahamians. Because as you look and drive about, you see individuals in their colors, and it's demonstrated here among us, myself, and you see even the cars all decorated, which has never happened before. So that shows that we finally understanding what independence is all about and what the Bahamas is all about.
Former Governor General Sir Orville Turnquest reflected on the FNM's role in the attainment of independence back on July 10, 1973.
FNM responsibly agreed to appoint a delegation to work with the government on drafting a proposed independence document. And in December of 1972, we traveled with the government delegates to London for the independence conference with the British government. At the conclusion of that conference, we all, as Bahamians, joined with the British in signing an agreed document which became the instrument of independence.
Still to come tonight, our junior volleyball team gets ready for competition way down south.
And later in Family Island news, what's the next step for the Hawksbill Creek Agreement? Find out. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight.
This portion of the news was brought to you by McDonald's. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Ledaunne Davis. BTC and the College of the Bahamas signed a memorandum of understanding to establish the BTC Scholars Program to the tune of some $250,000 over a 5-year period. The program will provide higher education for academically qualified but financially challenged COB students. As a major investor and employer in the Bahamas, BTC executives recognize the importance of supporting learning institutions and the advancement of the Bahamian people. BTC Scholars Program at COB will fund bachelor degree programs for 10 students in New Providence and the Family Islands starting in the fall this year and will contribute $10,000 annually to the University Endowment Fund. It's just 5 days left before the country marks its 40th anniversary of independence, and Cable Bahamas has released a commemorative short film of the Bahamas national anthem, March on Bahama Land. This major project was produced over the last 2 months on several family islands, featuring performances by Angelique Sabrina, Lee Callender, the grandson of Timothy Gibson, the composer of the national anthem. More than 300 Bahamians from all walks of life took part in the filming. And in international business news, the world's largest smartphone maker, Samsung, on Friday estimated its April to June operating profits at a record high of $9.5 trillion or $8.3 billion. That is 47% jump from a year earlier and an 8% growth from the previous quarter. But it fell short of forecasts by analysts who held the large smartphone maker at a higher expectation. Meantime, Samsung officials say sales grew by 20%. And that's a look at your Royal Fidelity Business News. I'm Ledaunne Davis.